Alright, let's get to it. You got your boy j-billa, Swagger Dagger, Hip Hop's purest form from KBN Records. Let's talk about Lil Wayne and the letter to Lil Wayne by three little girls. Their names are Kamaria, Naya, and Nia. So, I want to congratulate them on the message that they are trying to send about rappers and all of the misogynistic lyrics. Those who don't know what that means, it means lyrics that degrade women. But I mean, let's get to the facts. Hip hop is what it is. Maybe Lil Wayne says some stuff that people disagree with, but at the same time, First Amendment rights. Not saying that everything he says is right, not saying that everything he says is wrong, but it's hip hop. Hip hop is a creation, and rappers are not necessarily role models. They may have the spotlight on them, but don't we think that at some point parents have to take responsibility for what their kids hear and for what they take in? I mean, I agree. The little girl said something powerful. Maybe they did. But is Lil Wayne to blame for the lyrics he writes? I mean, yes, he writes the lyrics. Of course he does. But is he saying that every woman out there is a derogatory name? No, he isn't. He is doing what everybody else does in the entertainment industry. He's entertaining. So his audience, they like to hear stuff about women and the way their bodies look and what they do as sexual favors, but we shouldn't take it out on Lil Wayne for keeping it 100% real as he sees the world. He portrays the world as he sees it. And let's get to hip hop as a whole. I mean, you have video vixens, you got video girls, you got models. These women get paid to do what they do. Not every woman out here is a stripper. Not everyone is out here selling their bodies, shaking their butt in clubs, but some are. And for those who are, I mean, let Lil Wayne talk about those who are. The little girls, I respect them. I hope they stay positive, but let's not blame the rappers for entertaining people, doing what they do and making the money they make. We'll point to examples like Kanye and we'll say, well, he doesn't have to talk about stuff like that. Well, Kanye has a different audience, and so does 50 Cent, so does Drake. We all have different audiences in the hip-hop industry, and we are going to talk about what our audience wants to hear. Until that changes, I think one thing we need to do is take responsibility for our own actions. Stop blaming rappers for the school shootouts or the drugs on the street. Stop blaming the politicians, the legislators who make crack more illegal than cocaine. I get, what, 3 times, 4 times as much time in jail for selling crack than I would cocaine, because cocaine is more used by white people and it's a white drug, and crack is more used by black people, it's a black drug. So let's give them more time. Let's get to the politicians who don't do anything to secure the borders and stop drugs from coming over here, but then they put it in our hands and then have us sell it. Let's get to that. Let's get to the people having kids before time. Rap isn't doing this. Rap wasn't around making people sell crack. Rap wasn't doing that. Rap started off as one of the most positive things ever. It may have taken a turn, but at the same time, we have to get to the real nitty-gritty issues and stop focusing on what these rappers are saying. Why don't we go after Jimmy Iovine, other big names, Clive Davis, people who own record distribution companies, who decide what your child hears. They decide what kind of hip-hop they will put out. Go after those people. Go after the labels, the ones that make the rappers, the ones that do artist development and bring the audience and sell the records. Until we can go after the forces that's making the most money off of hip-hop, let's not blame the rappers. Look around. See who we should really blame. And then we won't have to worry about Lil Wayne influencing our children. We'll worry about ourselves influencing our children and their goals. Until then, deuces. KBN Records, j-billa. Misogynistic lyrics, not that big of a deal.